Hey Dodgers Nation, what a ride this postseason has been. The Los Angeles Dodgers are doing exactly what everyone expected at the start of the year, turning baseball into pure theater. After a season full of ups and downs, they finally locked into that dominant mode we all knew was coming. And now, as October heats up, it feels like this team is rewriting what it means to be unbeatable. From the rotation to the bullpen to the quiet confidence in every dugout conversation, this group is putting together something that looks a lot like history in the making. Let's talk about that rotation, because honestly, that's where the magic starts. Remember last season when the Dodgers struggled to keep their pitching staff healthy and consistent? Yeah, they clearly decided that wasn't happening again. What they built instead might go down as one of the most loaded rotations baseball has ever seen. Blake Snell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow, Shohei Ohtani. 4 names that sound like a video game cheat code. Every one of them is pitching with something to prove, and that energy is contagious. They're pushing each other to go deeper into games, to throw harder, to dominate every inning. Blake Snell has been nothing short of a revelation. After a solid but uneven year in San Francisco, he looks reborn in Dodger blue. The guy learned how to go the distance last season, and now he's carrying that same workhorse mentality into the postseason. When he's on the mound, there's this calm intensity that just settles over the field. Hitters know they're in trouble. Snell's fastball command has been surgical, his breaking ball almost unfair, and he's feeding off the crowd like a man on a mission. Then there's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the quiet assassin. Early in the year, he had that rough outing in Milwaukee, barely surviving the first inning. But that feels like a lifetime ago now. He went right back into that same stadium and threw one of the best postseason performances we've seen in years. A complete game that left everyone stunned. That's the thing about Yamamoto. He learns fast. Every time he takes the mound, you can see the adjustments, the poise, the absolute control of his craft. He's not just pitching, he's dissecting lineups. And how about Tyler Glasnow? He's got this presence that's almost cinematic. Every pitch feels like a statement. Glasnow's been open about wanting to feed off his teammates' energy, and that's exactly what's happening. You can see the competition in their eyes, this unspoken challenge to keep raising the bar. Glasnow's mechanics are smooth, his velocity is up, and when that curveball starts spinning, hitters are guessing before the ball even leaves his hand. The way he's commanding the zone right now, you can tell he's chasing that signature moment, the one that cements him as a postseason hero in Los Angeles. And let's not forget Shohei Ohtani. Even with all the attention on his offensive struggles, his presence on the mound changes everything. He's that kind of athlete who doesn't even have to be perfect to dominate. The balance he brings to this rotation is unmatched because when Ohtani steps up, the entire dugout stands a little taller. It's wild to think that a player of his caliber is considered a bonus in this pitching lineup. But that's how deep this team has become. What's crazy is how the Dodgers have turned a mid-season mess into a postseason masterpiece. Back in May, they were hovering barely above .500. Injuries piled up, the bullpen was shaky, the lineup went cold. It looked like a team stuck in neutral. But then came that players-only meeting, that spark that flipped the switch. From that point on, they looked like a completely different squad. They finished the regular season with a burst of energy, went on a late surge, and now they're steamrolling through October like it's personal. The numbers don't lie. 7 wins in 8 postseason games. 4 straight victories on the road. Outscoring opponents by wide margins, shutting down elite hitters, and turning high-pressure moments into highlights. They breezed past Cincinnati, took down Philadelphia, the so-called powerhouse of the playoffs. And now, they've taken control of the NLCS with 2 monster wins in Milwaukee. The Brewers had the best record in the National League, and yet they look completely outmatched. What's happening now feels inevitable. When a team wins the first 2 games of a best-of-7 on the road, history says they almost never lose the series. And that's what makes this run so special. The Dodgers aren't just winning. They're doing it with confidence that borders on inevitability. You can sense it in their body language, in every mound visit, in every fist pump from the dugout. They look like a group that's already seen the finish line and knows exactly how to get there. The backbone of it all, though, is that rotation. These guys are pitching at a level that defies logic. The postseason ERA sits just above 1.5, numbers that echo back to legendary teams from the past. We're talking about dominance that rivals the old Brave trio of Maddox, Glavine, and Smoltz. That's not an exaggeration. That's the reality of what this Dodgers staff is doing right now. Their mix of experience, velocity, and pure command has turned every game into a pitching clinic. And the most underrated part of this story? Roki Sasaki. Remember how he started the season as this hyped rookie from Japan, then struggled with injuries and inconsistency? Well, fast forward a few months, and he's become the bullpen's secret weapon. Sasaki's transition from starter to closer has been one of the biggest revelations of the year. That fastball still hits triple digits, but now he's using it in shorter bursts, pairing it with that devastating splitter that seems to defy gravity. The Dodgers were desperate for a reliable ninth-inning option, and out of nowhere, Sasaki became that guy. His redemption arc is the kind of stuff you write movies about. From struggling to even hit 95 on the radar gun in AAA, to now coming in with runners on base and blowing hitters away with 102-mile-per-hour heat. You can feel the confidence ripple through the team when Sasaki jogs in from the bullpen. He's got that quiet fire, that focused intensity. And when he locks in, you can see opposing hitters lose the at-bat before it even begins. It's hard to overstate how much that one change, Sasaki finding his groove, has transformed this team. Earlier in the season, the Dodgers' bullpen was a mess. Leads slipped away, relievers looked gassed, and it felt like every late inning was a coin toss. But now, with Sasaki shutting the door, the energy has completely flipped. The bullpen suddenly feels like a strength again, and it's all because of that one adjustment the coaching staff made. And while the pitching has been the headline, you can't ignore what Mookie Betts has done. He's reinvented himself yet again, this time as a full-time shortstop. Think about that, a former Gold Glove right fielder in his 30s, switching to one of the hardest positions on the field and not just surviving, but excelling. Betts spent the entire offseason grinding, learning every angle, every footwork pattern, every throw. And now, he's making plays that would make lifelong shortstops proud. His instincts, his quick release, his balance. Everything looks natural, even though it's anything but. But it's not just his defense. After battling illness and injuries that derailed his early season, Betts found his rhythm again down the stretch. His swing looks smooth, compact, effortless. He's not trying to muscle the ball anymore. He's letting the game come to him. That shift in mindset turned his season around, and you can see how it's fueling the entire lineup. Even when his bat cools off, his energy never fades. He's become the tone setter, the quiet leader whose calm focus spreads through the dugout. This Dodgers team isn't just talented, they're resilient. They've been through every kind of adversity you can think of: injuries, slumps, bad losses, pressure. And yet, they've turned every setback into momentum. The chemistry in that clubhouse feels different this year. Guys like Enrique Hernandez talk about how the team learned from the heartbreak of past Octobers, how they understand what it takes now to win the right way. They're not panicking, they're not forcing it, they're executing. Every time a challenge hits, someone steps up. That's the culture this team has built. It's not about star power anymore. It's about trust. They know how to handle the chaos, how to stay steady when the moment gets big. You can see it in how they play defense, how they handle the bases, how they execute small plays that change entire innings. It's the little things that separate good teams from champions, and the Dodgers have mastered that balance. From the first pitch to the final out, this team carries itself like a group that's been through the fire and come out stronger. They've felt the pain of falling short. They've experienced the joy of winning it all. And now they're channeling both into something even bigger. The Dodgers aren't just chasing another World Series. They're chasing legacy. And right now, it feels like nothing in baseball can stop them. What's truly striking about this Dodgers run is how seamlessly they've blended talent with timing. Every year, a few teams look great on paper, but the difference between good and legendary is execution under pressure. And that's where Los Angeles has separated itself from everyone else. When the lights are brightest and the noise is loudest, they stay calm, calculated, almost methodical. You see it in how they communicate on the field, in how they respond to adversity, and how quickly they adapt. This isn't luck or momentum. This is the product of preparation meeting belief. Think back to that second game in the division series against Philadelphia, when the Phillies tried to mount a comeback in the ninth inning. The Dodgers didn't flinch. They executed one of the most perfect defensive sequences you'll ever see. The wheel play on a sacrifice bunt that killed the rally and stole the energy right out of the stadium. That single moment said everything about who they are. Other teams might crumble, overthink, or panic. The Dodgers just breathe, execute, and move on. That's the kind of composure that defines champions. It starts with Dave Roberts' leadership, but it extends through every veteran in that clubhouse. Players like Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Enrique Hernandez have turned this into a group that holds itself accountable. They've created an environment where talent meets discipline. Everyone knows their role, everyone understands a system, and everyone trusts the next guy up. Even the younger players, like Roki Sasaki or Emmett Sheehan, feed off that calm confidence. When they take the field, it's not about proving themselves individually. It's about contributing to the machine that is this Dodgers team. And what a machine it's become. The offense, which was inconsistent for most of the regular season, has started clicking exactly when it matters most. Freeman's contact hitting has been as pure as ever. Teoscar Hernandez has found his rhythm, driving in runs in clutch moments. Tommy Edman, brought in for depth, has been one of those quiet difference makers. Not flashy, not loud, just reliable. The lineup doesn't need to score 10 runs to win anymore. They just need 1 or 2 big hits because the pitching staff is locking everything else down. But let's be honest, this isn't just about raw numbers. There's something intangible about what's happening. You can feel it watching them. That sense of destiny, the collective understanding that they're part of something rare. It's the same kind of aura you felt watching the late 90s Yankees, when no lead ever felt safe against them. The Dodgers walk onto the field with that same presence. It's not arrogance, it's conviction. They know they can win any kind of game, in any ballpark, against any team. Even the setbacks seem to fuel them. Shohei Ohtani hasn't been hitting like his usual self this postseason, but the team hasn't missed a beat. Instead of relying on one superstar to carry them, they've found ways to share the load. That balance is what makes them so dangerous. There's no weak link, no easy out. Every inning, every at-bat feels like another chance for someone to step up. What's even more fascinating is how much the Dodgers have embraced adaptability. During the regular season, the bullpen was a sore spot, full of blown saves and frustration. Instead of sticking with what wasn't working, they rebuilt it on the fly. The switch of Roki Sasaki from starter to reliever wasn't just creative, it was bold. They identified his strengths, adjusted his mechanics, and unleashed something entirely new. Now he's not just surviving high-pressure innings, he's redefining them. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. In what could be one of the most shocking moves of the season, whispers around the league are pointing toward a seismic shift in Major League Baseball. Sources suggest that Paul Goldschmidt, the longtime cornerstone of the St. Louis Cardinals, may have decided to take his talents to the West Coast, reportedly signing with the Los Angeles Dodgers. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the buzz is growing louder by the hour, leaving fans and insiders alike on edge. Goldschmidt, who has been synonymous with St. Louis for nearly a decade, has consistently been a force both at the plate and in the clubhouse. His leadership, clutch hitting, and quiet determination have made him a fan favorite and a symbol of the Cardinals' identity. The mere possibility of him donning a Dodgers uniform has sparked intense speculation about what this could mean for both franchises. Some insiders are suggesting that Goldschmidt is seeking a new challenge, perhaps craving a shot at a championship with a team that has been a perennial contender in recent years. The Dodgers, for their part, have been quietly shoring up their roster, and if the rumors prove true, This would be a clear signal of intent to dominate the National League once again. Imagine the lineup. Goldschmidt, with his disciplined swing and uncanny ability to drive and runs, slotting in among an already star-studded roster. The thought alone is enough to send rival front offices scrambling for answers. Meanwhile, St. Louis fans are reportedly torn between heartbreak and begrudging respect. Losing a player of Goldschmidt's caliber would be a massive blow, yet the murmurs suggest there may have been tension behind the scenes, or perhaps the allure of Los Angeles and its spotlight became too tempting to resist. Social media is already ablaze with theories, memes, and heated debates, as fans weigh the implications for both teams. As the rumor mill continues to churn, one thing is certain. If Goldschmidt does indeed make the move to the Dodgers, baseball fans are in for a season full of intrigue, drama, and high-stakes action. Whether it's the Cardinals regrouping or the Dodgers riding a new wave of momentum, the impact of this potential signing could reverberate across the league for years to come. The whispers may just be rumors, but in the world of MLB, a rumor like this is enough to shake the foundations of the sport. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.